Okay, here's an interesting question. How much should you practice if you want to get good at yo-yoing? Well, this is alright, let's go. Generally, when I'm just, yo-yoing on the street or something, and then people like saying, wow, that's kind of cool, like, how much do you practice? And then I'm always hesitant when I give an answer. Because, when I play with a yo-yo, it's not necessarily practice, okay? It's like me asking you, or it's like when you get asked that as a yo-yoer, it's like, how much do you practice Angry Birds? Like, you don't practice Angry Birds. What you do is you go and play it, right? And the more you play it, the better you get, right? So technically it's not practice, or at least it doesn't feel like it. So technically it's not practice, right? Now that being said, right, I do practice. The only time I set aside time to practice is when there's a competition or there's a performance, right? What I'll do is get the song, get the yo-yo, make a routine, and practice it over and over and over and over and over and over again until I eventually get it. And to tell you the truth, that's not fun. It is not fun at all. It's actually stressful and like pain-ridden. It's not fun, right? But you want to win a competition, sometimes that's what you gotta do, alright? So that will be the only time I actually practice. The thing, right? Beginners, they think, well, alright, I'm getting into this whole yo-yo thing, I want to get good like my idols, Hiroki Suzuki, Paul Kerbal, Gentry Stein, all that, right? So, alright, we all know how this world works. I need to practice to get good, right? And when I'm good, then I'll be happy, right? But here's the thing. You're never gonna reach a level of skill that you're content with, alright? And when you make getting to that end goal the goal and forgetting about all the stuff in between, you lose interest like that, right? So what I'm trying to say is don't focus on practicing, focus on playing. Play for the fun of yo-yoing, right? That's why people do it. That's why it was made. People say yo-yoing was made as a weapon. No, it's not. It's a freaking toy. That's what it is. It's a toy, right? And it's supposed to make people happy. So when you play with it and you're having fun and you gain skill over that, that's what happens, right? When you kind of lose that perception and you think, alright, well, I want to get good, so I'm going to have to go through the practice to get good, like the majority of your yo-yoing experience is just like all this pain and suffering, and you're probably not going to stick with it. So to the people who's beginning, forget about practice, forget about getting good, just play. Watch yo-yo videos, get inspired, alright? Play around, yo-yo to music, have fun, and the skills will come there by themselves. Now, to answer the question, right, I generally, it's very rare that I set aside a time to yo-yo just for the sake of it. Generally, it's kind of filler thing. So if I'm at school and people are talking and it doesn't fully interest me, I might, throw the yo-yo around and talk to them at the same time. It's a little rude, but I've got to the skill level, I can do that, I can talk and hold a conversation. I mean, I can talk and yo-yo and still listen to the person, right? So generally, if you add up all those kind of snippets around the day, maybe an hour to 45 minutes a day, generally, I mean, I might pick up the yo-yo at home sometimes and try out some new combos and try some things new, but generally, to be safe, an hour to 45 minutes throughout the day. So, yeah. What to take away from this: don't yo-yo for results, yo-yo for the fun. Skill comes naturally by itself. If a time comes to practice, just give it a shot and try and focus your thing. But don't never be fooled in the kind of process of I have to practice to get a certain level of skill. Because trust me, even if you get to that horizon where you think, when I'm that level, are we happy? You're not. Because once you're there, you want something more. Alright? So yo for fun. Okay?